few more seconds. We live now on YouTube.
Good morning. My marriage is dope. My marriage is dope. Podcast. I see you over on YouTube. Good morning, beautiful people. Happy Wednesday. Let's rise and refocus. How are you doing today? My name is Shirley, and I'm so excited to be with you. Come on in the room. How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome. I thank you all for being here. You could be anywhere and you stopped by here to spend a couple of minutes with me. Rise and Refocus Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Let's get it, y'all. Come on in the room. Yes. Yes. Welcome. 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 Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm trying to see. I just got glasses, so I'm trying to see, can I see with my glasses or because it's for reading but not distance. I tell you my eyes. Chris, good morning. Good morning. Thank you guys for being here. Kathy, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Listen, I have a word for you today. It's a word for me. It's a word that God gave me, and so I'm just sharing with you a peek into my conversations with God. You know, in the work that I do, coaching people. For those of you who do not know, my name is Shirley, and I am a coach. I coach individuals on their relationships, on their life, getting unstuck and getting to the core of who they are. And in that work, we look for patterns, right? Um, Patterns are very important. Patterns help us to connect the dots and um, get to the root of issues that people are carrying. And as we know, these patterns, they start early on in our formative years. Many of them, most of them do. And it's like baggage, right? When you go on a trip and you're packing and you're putting stuff in there are some people who are extremely organized in their packing. I mean, they have a pouch for their undergarments, a pouch for their t-shirts, and their pants are folded ever so nicely, and just, I mean, it's just perfect. And their shoes, like, everything has a place. And then you have people like me who, I mean, I fold up my, of course I fold, I don't just throw everything in a bag, but it doesn't really have a specific place. Like, I don't have pouches for different things. I probably need to, right? But I fold up my clothes, I put them in the bag wherever they can go, and I close the bag and I go. And some of us stuff the bag to the gills. I mean, I've had to pay extra money because my bag weighed more than it should. Like, it was busting at the seams. And that's what happens with our patterns, that turn into trauma and all this emotional stuff that we are carrying, right? It's our baggage. It's weighing us down. And I did a video this week about um, one of the patterns that, God had revealed to me early on in my healing, probably about maybe almost 20 years ago now. But I didn't really start working on it till maybe about 10, 11 years ago. And that was, for me, it looked like over serving, right? And so a lot of times we are overextending ourselves in life, and it could be positive things that we're doing, but we're doing it for unhealthy reasons. And that's what I want to just share with you for a couple of minutes. Just opening up your eyes to be more aware of how you are showing up. And I'll give you an example. For me, it was service, right? Um, I wanted to make sure that people loved me as much as I loved them. And so I was overcompensating in my service, right? Now, the crazy thing is, I grew up in a household of extreme service. So it is in my blood to do that. But I had to be able to draw the line where my service was not about a need for me, but a need for them, a need for you, right? That's the difference. The unhealthy service is it was a need for me. So I'm over giving, I'm over loving, I'm over everything because I want to make sure that when I pour all of this out to you, that it will click to you, oh, Shirley really loves me. Let me pour this back to her. Well, the reality is that there should be reciprocity in relationships, but that doesn't mean that it will be equality, right? So what exactly the very thing that I give is not going to be the very thing that you give. If that's not how you're wired and how you're made up, you're going to give based on who you are. And I give based on who I am. And my giving should not have expectations attached to it. And so, as I was on my healing process, I had to be able to see where I was giving from an unhealthy place, how I was overextending myself, right? A lot of us, we are overextending ourselves and undernourishing our own needs. And I found myself in that place giving, 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 giving. And then I am completely exhausted because I'm not filling my cup back up. You can't pour from a cup that you don't fill. What's the operative word that I just said? You can't pour from a cup that you don't fill, not somebody else. And a lot of us are going through our relationships looking to other people to fill our cup, and it is not their job. It's not. It is not their job. We've heard this before, but for whatever reason, many of us do not believe it. We don't believe that it's not somebody else's job to make us happy. It's not somebody else's job to complete us, to fulfill us. It is our spouse's job to add to our fulfillment and our happiness and our peace. Absolutely, that's their job. But they should be coming into a situation where we're already operating from a place of wholeness. I'm fulfilled. Come and join my fulfillment. I'm happy. Come and join my happiness. But when we go through this we're undernourishing ourselves and we're overextending ourselves is because we aren't fulfilled within ourselves. We aren't happy within ourselves. We are not filling our own cup up. We are sitting and we are waiting for somebody else to do it, for our spouse to do it, and we will get disappointed every time. I cannot sit and wait for Shannon to fill me up. I cannot do it. As much as we want to have that mentality of our spouse filling us up. And honestly, that really is a lazy mentality. You're looking for somebody else to do the work. It's not their job. So the first thing is, I want you to really think about, am I waiting around for my spouse to fill me up, or am I already full and they're just adding to it? They're adding their fullness to my fullness, their happiness to my happiness, their peace to my peace. What is it? So that's the first thing that I want you to think about. I want you to think about your where you're overextending yourself. The other thing, burnout, right? When we look at burnout, because when we overextend, we are automatically going to get burnt out, hands down. And what that looks like is irritability, resentment, withdrawal, right? So I want you to take an assessment of your primary relationships if you're married, the relationship with your spouse, and then all other relationships, and see, are there any places where you get easily irritable? You're irritated. You've withdrawn some. You're holding some resentment towards them. 9 times out of 10, it is because of your overextending, you're compensating, you're seeking a need, and that causes burnout. And the residue of burnout is the irritation, the withdrawal, the resentment. So I want you to look at your relationships and see where it could be with friends, not just your spouses, with friends. There could be some friends that just irritate the mess out of you. You see their name pop up on the phone and you automatically get irritated. If that's the case, my question to you is, what are you going to do about it? Have you addressed it with them? Have you had enough courage to address your irritation with them? Or maybe that season with that friend is over. I had a client and we were discussing some heavy heart issues with her friends. And some of those friends, she came to the realization through our process, this relationship is not serving me. It's actually draining me. I am so burnt out from this individual and their behaviors, but I've been allowing it. You see how that works? I've been allowing it. So I just want to ask you, what have you been allowing? Because you're walking around irritated because you're allowing certain behavior. That's you not filling your cup. That's on you. It's not on anybody else. Saying yes to everything leads to you not giving your all in things that matter most. Some of us have issues with saying no. I used to be that person. I used to be that person, right? That speaks to my overcompensating with my service. Whenever somebody needed something, I am there, Johnny, on the spot. Even if they didn't ask and I saw the need, I'm there. I'm there. And it got to the point where that yes began to take away from things that really mattered. It was taken away from me. I would inconvenience myself. And sometimes, don't get me wrong, because from a spiritual standpoint, there are many times where we must inconvenience ourselves. Absolutely. In service to God, in service to other people. Right? So for me, what that looks like is if I'm like, oh, I'm gonna, go to the store and I see somebody a accident, let's say an accident happens and then I see a lady with a baby and she's standing outside her car crying. I can keep driving and going to the store because I need things that I need to pick up so I can come back home and make dinner. Or I can say, Shirley, somebody is in need. Stop and make sure that she's okay. I'm now inconveniencing myself because I had a plan. Going to the store, getting the supplies I need, going home, cooking dinner for my family, right? So there are many times where we should inconvenience ourselves. Absolutely. But not at the extent of, I'm doing this because I want you to love me back. I want you to see something in me. I want you to validate me. So I'm going to do this thing. And then when you don't validate me and you don't see me the way that I want you to, now I'm in my feels. Feeling some kind of way. Feeling rejected. Feeling abandoned. Which goes back for me to the root of my mother giving me up. Right? You have to be so in tune to your patterns that you're able to see quickly when you are operating in unhealthy patterns. You have to. Because if not, you are going to go through life so disappointed. You will have heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak. And all you're doing is putting that in your luggage. The next heartbreak, putting it in your luggage. Next heartbreak, and your baggage is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's time to unpack. It's time to unpack. Your suitcases, your emotional suitcases are busting at the seams because you're not unpacking. Healthy relationships require healthy individuals. You want to be healthy, you must create a healthy space within yourself. That's it. It's as simple as that. It's nobody else's job. It's your job. You have to create a healthy relationship within yourself. What would two key elements to let go of your baggage? Good question, Darrell. I have some actionable steps for you. To let go of your baggage, number one, identify what your baggage is, right? So for me, I had to identify, as it pertains to this specific subject matter, I had to identify where I was over committing and overcompensating. I had to identify why I was doing it. And I had to identify what my boundary would be for me not to do it. I had to set boundaries for myself. Shirley, you're doing this because there's a need that needs to be met for that person, whether you know them or not. Right? It's easy to do it for people who don't know me because I don't expect them to love me back. It's more of a challenge for those who I want to love me. And so I had to grow out of the need for people to love me. And that honestly, that's a forever journey. It's not on the surface anymore. It's just not. I've said no to people that I love. I've known that people that I love needed, or they were doing things. I won't even say need, because there was a situation where somebody was going to do something, and I invited myself. They didn't ask me, right? And so there's been multiple throughout my life. There's been many times that has happened, and that was me just overextending myself. And so I'm not overextending myself anymore. You love me or you don't love me. You like me or you don't like me, and it is what it is. And the people that I have relationships with, we love each other, and our relationship is our relationship, whatever that looks like. And so I've learned to allow it to be an authentic process. I have had to completely change my thinking, right? So we're talking about how to unload your baggage. You have to change your thinking. How are you looking at situations? How are you looking at people? I had to stop. And this is what I would do. I would compare, well, I would do this. So If I would do this, then this is what it should look like from their end. But that is not the case. This is what I would do because this is who I am. This is how I'm wired. And so now my relationships are so much healthier because I allow people to be authentically themselves, right? So I have friend groups, and there are some friends I know I can joke with, some friends I know I can't joke with them. That doesn't make them any less my friend. There are some friends that I can have very deep conversations with, and some friends I can't. There's some friends I can tell where the bodies are buried, and some friends I can't. That does not make them any less my people. I just understand now how they are wired. And so I operate with them based on how they're wired, not based on how I'm wired. That alone will start unloading baggage that you're carrying because we have expectations of other human beings that really are just unrealistic and unfair. It just is. And it's coming from a wounded place. So do an assessment and see where you are with this, how you're operating with people. Say no to the things that drain you. Say no to the things that drain you. Stop being afraid of no. I don't know. Somebody said it. I think it was on Oprah. It might have been Oprah. Somebody was on Oprah and they said, no is a complete sentence. It is. No. Now, this is what I'll say about no. I've gotten to the point now where I believe that because no was something I did not like to say. And then when I would say no, it was because I had no choice but to say no. And it was painful for me to say no. And then I would give a whole dissertation on why I was saying no. I have since learned, thank God, I don't need to give you an explanation on why I'm saying no. I don't. And guess what? If you my people, you're going to accept my no. You're not going to take it personal. And we good. And that's that. And guess what? If you my people and you tell me no, I'm not taking it personal. And we good. And that's that. I can move on very quickly now. Well, before, if you told me no, it was a shot to the heart. I took that as rejection. I took it as rejection. Now, even if I feel rejection, I am processing my tail through that thing. I absolutely am. I'm seeing, Shirley, how are you showing up? This is how you feel rejected. Now, is this a feeling based on facts or is this a feeling based on your emotions? Did they actually reject you? Oh, if I tell myself yes, they did, I'm walking myself through it. And 9 times out of 10, I'm getting to the point where it's like, child, they didn't reject you. It just hit a wound. You good. Get through it. And I'm moving. I am not, listen, what you feed grows, what you starve dies. Period. I am not holding people to the cross of Shirley's issues. I refuse to do that. And it's work, y'all. Unpacking your baggage is daily work. I'm trust me, it's not easy. It's something I have to do daily, but I do it. I'm active in it. Have so much more self-awareness of, okay, you're showing up not in a good way right here. This is not healthy. You're putting that on somebody else. That's your stuff. That's how you unpack your baggage. Another way to unpack your baggage, what baggage are you carrying that don't even belong to you? So many of us, we're carrying other people's stuff. We getting caught up in this emotional stuff that doesn't even belong to us. We have to learn to have empathy for other people without wanting more for them than they want for themselves. A lot of us are carrying that baggage. We want more for other people than they want for themselves. You got to let it go. We can't change anybody. A lot of you are carrying baggage because you keep trying to change somebody. We can't change nobody. The only person that we have power to control and change is ourselves. That's it. Whatever baggage you're carrying, trust me when I say this, is only there because you've chosen to carry it. That's it. Much of our we're carrying baggage is steeped in pain. There's a process that pain goes through. We will not allow pain to go through the process. Pain is only a part of our lives because we've held on to it. I'm trying to tell you. Pain is only a part of our lives because we will not let go. Think about it. Everything is up here, everything is in the mind. Everything. So when we talk about the heart and our heart posture, what we're talking about are our thoughts. When God talks about our heart, He knows our heart. He's talking about He knows our thoughts. Now, when I look at the pain I'm carrying, what are my thoughts about that pain? How do you unpack your baggage? What are your thoughts about that baggage? Do you have resentment towards somebody? Is that baggage that you're carrying? Yes. So if you're carrying baggage that is resentment, that means you're feeling a certain way about an individual. What do you do about that? You're choosing to hold on to the resentment. I know. You're saying, well, you don't know what they did to me. It doesn't matter what they did to you. Honestly, it doesn't. All it's doing is hurting you. It's hurting you. If you have resentment towards them and they know it, they've gotten to the point where they're like, they living their life. They don't like me. They resent me. They angry at me. They're moving on. It's not stopped anything except for internally. So you have to decide, am I going to continue to hold on to this? One of the things that I did, because, I get it. A lot of damaging things have happened to me in my life. And I've had to look at people for who they are: broken, wounded, damaged goods. Why would I expect people who are not healthy to not possibly hurt me? That doesn't make any sense. You're not healthy, but I'm expecting you to operate from a healthy place. That literally don't make sense. I had to be able to see people for who they were. This person did this because clearly they had issues. It doesn't excuse their behavior. It doesn't justify their behavior. It does bring understanding to their behavior. What happens is we take things personal. And some things, yes, it is very personal, but we have to learn how to heal through those things because it's only holding us hostage. It's only keeping us from loving fully and being loved fully and getting the peace that we really deeply desire. And our heart's desire is to have a life of peace. But many of us are not able to have it because we are so angry And we are so bitter and we are so resentful towards other people because of what they've done. It is a choice. And as long as you keep putting that decision in somebody else's lap, you will continue to be miserable until you take your last breath. Some people will never come back and say sorry. Some people aren't here any longer to say sorry if they wanted to. You have to make the choice to heal. You have to make the choice to grow through it. Look at it. Look at whatever baggage you're carrying. Look at it as an opportunity to now grow. That's what I started to do. What areas in my life needed to be strengthened? Where was I weak at in my character? And God and I had been having some tough conversations. And God and I are working through it. I really want you all to read Jeremiah 17:5-8. And read it in the New Living Translation. NLT. It is so powerful in that translation. And in that verse, I want you to read it, but it says, "Cursed is the one who relies on man." And then it breaks down how you are cursed. And when I read that in the NLT version, I was like, Lord, have mercy. And I saw it, like I can go back in my life and see where I was relying on man and how there was a drought. And that was one of the words used in the NLT version. Talks about the droughts you'll have being in the wilderness. I saw how I was in the wilderness emotionally, how there was an emotional drought going on in me because I kept relying on my husband and my friends and those who say they love me to fill me up. And then you go down, and then it says, "Blessed is the man who relies on the Lord." And then it talks about how you'll be blessed and what that blessing looks like. I don't want to rely on man. There's no blessings in it. There are no blessings in it. And it's not easy to get to that point. And I'm not fully at that point. I'm not. But where I am now, things can go awry with Shannon and I. Things can go awry with, I can feel some type of way about what people do because my relationships have not gone awry with my friend groups for I just don't have issues with my friend groups. But if they did something that would offend me, we speak to it and just it's nothing. We move on. When things go awry with Shannon and I, that's much harder because that relationship is so much deeper. But I'm able to go into my closet and there's just a level of peace that I have because I know God is my source. And God is going to fill me up. That's what I rely on. When you get to that point, you'll begin to see your life shift. You just will. Because it's not as easy for people to disappoint you. It's not as easy for you to just stay steeped in that disappointment. Because people will disappoint you, but you're not going to just linger in that. You're just not going to. You see people for who they are. You do the work, and you leave the work that they have to do to them and God. That's how you begin to unload your baggage. Child, learning to drop another person's bags. Let me tell you, yep, that is difficult. You believe people the first time when they show you their colors. Absolutely. Absolutely. Should I do this to move the mouth? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to. My glasses are for reading, but as reading close up, I'm realizing it's not for far away. Yep, yep. Thank you guys for being here. You guys could be anywhere, but you are here with me today, 6:30 in the morning. I appreciate you all. Thank you. I know there were some questions. Oh, here we go. Whoops. I think I may have answered that question. Darrell, I hope I answered that for you. Yes, yes. I hope I answered that. Hello, Marcus and Daria, my beautiful people. Good day, good day. How y'all doing? Man, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you. No is just no, no explanations. Listen, no explanations. No. And let me say this about the no. Um, I don't give dissertations, but I will say, like, if my girlfriends, be like, "Hey, Shirley, can you such and such?" I'm like, "Man, I can't, sis. I have an appointment." I'll say that, or man, I have another, you know, uh, um, I have something else that I have to do, or whatever the case may be. I'll say something like that. To those that I love. I'm not just saying no just because, oh, I don't want to do it, because at the heart, at the core of who I am, if my friends ask me for something, if I can do it, I'm going to help them out. Like, if my girlfriend's about to move soon, I'm gonna be right there helping her out. That's what you do, because I would want somebody to come and help me out, right? I'm not going to just be like, oh, she needs help. Just no, right? But now it's simply because there's a need that needs to be met. That's it. There's a need that needs to be met. So the action steps, once again, guys, I want you to identify where you are overcompensating, where you're overcommitting, and identify, is it from a healthy place or an unhealthy place? And if it's unhealthy, give yourself boundaries. Give yourself boundaries. You know what it looks like. You know. Your heart, your spirit knows. Matter of fact, your body knows. Your body will tell you if you're giving from an unhealthy place or not. Because things will start to happen. Your heart will start to beat. Your mind will start to race. You'll start feeling nervous and anxious. That's giving from an unhealthy place. That's whatever it is. For me, it was service, whatever it is for you. Your body will give you signals. Listen to your body. Listen. Say no to the things that drain you. Say no to the things that drain you. Immediately, your body will know. Your body is going to tell you before the words come out of your mouth. It will, because it's up here. Your whatever you are thinking, it will resonate in your body before the words even come out. If you feel stress in your body, say no. And it's okay to say no. And guess what? If it hurts their feelings, that's their issue. It's not yours. When we talk about baggage, that's baggage we're carrying because we're worried about what somebody else thinks. Why are you concerned? Because 9 times out of 10, then people will be quick to say no to you. Those are people that be quick to say no to you, the ones who can't accept your no. Trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. So then you ask yourself, why are they in your life? Why are they in your life? Identify the baggage to unhealthy versus healthy. Yes. Yes. Set boundaries. Thank you. Love that. Thank you. Yes. And the other one, y'all, set aside some intentional time for you to reset and refocus. Remember, I said earlier, you cannot pour from a cup that you have not filled. I need you. You need you. You know what? I don't need you because I don't have a dog in the fight. Because I do it for me. I have ways that I set aside time for myself. You need it for you. You need to set time aside for yourself where you can just reset and refocus. My suggestion, not to have no TV on, not to be on your phone scrolling, because that's not resetting and refocusing. That's not you woo-sighing and just relaxing your mind and your body and just you and God, just like you being able to hear from God. I'm trying to tell you, if you don't set be intentional about setting aside time for yourself, nobody's going to do it for you. 9 times out of 10, your loved ones are not going to say, you know what, you go away. You need a break. You go to the park. I'll take care of this. Go. No, don't sit and wait for somebody to say that to you. Say it to yourself. Get in your car, drive to the park, and just walk around or just sit in your car and just chill, just lay back and just relax. Go away for the weekend. I went away for a weekend. Shannon got a hotel room for me, and I went, and it was the best thing. It's time for me to do it again. It really was the absolute best thing for my spirit. Go away. Spend time with God. Start getting to know yourself. Start addressing the baggage that you are carrying. Start filling your cup. Guys, I thank you so much for being here. For those of you who do not know, once again, my name is Shirley. I am a coach. If you'd like to be coached by me, you can DM me. If you'd like to be coached by Shannon and Shirley, we coach couples together. Very powerful process. You can DM us. We also have books that we have written, so please go to our website and check it out. You can go listen to the replay on YouTube at My Marriage is Dope. My Marriage is Dope. Pina, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for writing those notes in. I hope you all saw what Sis wrote. Those were the actionable steps that I've given. You can go back and listen to the replay. Listen, is it hard work? Life is hard. So I don't want you to think, man, it's hard. That's one of the things that's stopping us from growing, and that's stopping us from emptying our baggage because we're so focused on the hard instead of simply being focused on what's my next step. How do you eat an elephant one step at a time? That's it. One bite at a time. That's how you eat an elephant. How do you heal? One step at a time. Just take the first step. You could get off this live and somebody can ask you something. The first step may be in saying, no, I'm not able to do it. I'm sorry. Thank you. Keep it moving. I'm not able to do it. That's the first step. Saying no. You were about to say yes, but you didn't want to say yes. Your body knows all the pattern. Remember patterns. In order for you to break the pattern, you got to break the pattern. You got to break the pattern. You just keep saying yes, 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 yes. If you don't want to, if you want to do it, say yes. But if you don't, say no. That's how you break the pattern. Right? So appreciate you all. Thank you. Have a blessed day. See you next week. same time, God willing. Love you all.